I don't even know what my hair looks like. Nothing.
Va a dire cosa. Hey.
What? What's the problem? What's the problem?
I don't got no problem. You want problem? I give you a problem.
Damn. It's like that?
Just like that.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, human beings of all ages, welcome to another edition of Vibrations with Vito. I am your host, Vito. This is episode 88. This episode is going to be a recap of my magnificent trip to Milan. And I shared that experience with my guest today. So let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Vincenzo Loduca.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm good. Another day in paradise. Back into this beautiful shit country that's beautiful and nasty and gorgeous and wonderful. You know what I mean? The United States of America. We're going to get into our trip. You know, I want to hear your side of it, how you felt, so on and so forth. But before we do that, as we are recording on this day, is the 39th anniversary of Vito's Pizza.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That says a lot about you, says a lot about the product, the business, the excellent customer service that you provide.
What are you trying to say?
You got away with words, Vince.
I got it like that.
One thing is different. The last time we recorded, you were kind of sick. You sounded sick and nasally. You feel good though now. You look good. For tonight. Touching the patch on his jersey. So yeah, hold on. One shout out to Vito's Pizza. You know, the longevity speaks for itself. 609-393-2155. 609-393-2155 or 609-393-2159. The address is 124 Tremont Street, Trenton, New Jersey. The zip code is 08116. No. Hold on. Wait. Shit. Huh?
611.
I knew it was okay.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. You know everybody else, but not mine. It's all right.
08611. Damn it. I said 08116. Damn it. All right.
You know the
Loduca Pizza's the Milanista.
The other father.
My other father. Shout out to Zilpino. Shout out to everybody at Loduca Pizza, just because you already know. 718-859-1501. But yeah, 39 years. Congratulations. It's great. It's nice that we are recording on this day too. So, hope your day at work was nice.
Yeah.
You had a 2-day week last week. How did that feel?
Hard.
Huh?
How was hard?
I didn't say you didn't.
Okay.
Folks, did you hear me say that? I didn't say it.
2 days, all week. It doesn't matter.
Right, and then when we landed, we had to go make an order.
Yeah.
Everyone else went home, relaxed, put their feet up. Money was calling. We missed it out on a few days. But okay. So, it was your first time in Milan. It was my first time in Milan.
Milano.
Milano, scusa. What would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your experience in Milan?
I can't describe.
What do you mean you can't describe? I asked you
number 10.
Okay.
Okay. I was a very overwhelmed. Whatever.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Okay. Thank you.
Say it. Overwhelmed. Beautiful. There you go. Anyway.
I have a teacher here.
That's right. That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's great to hear. From my perspective, you looked like a kid in a candy store the entire trip.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere we went, you were just looking around, smiling every 5 minutes. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you. So that was really good for me to hear. Nice feeling to feel. I felt like I was doing something really, really cool for you. It was really cool for me, obviously, but I really got the most out of it by seeing how you were enjoying yourself. So good. I'm glad.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Of course.
We did a lot of walk.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of good things.
We got there on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, we walked 23,000 steps.
Yeah.
Which is insane. The game was on a Tuesday, but we took the train. We didn't do too much walking. We were sitting down for a few hours, But Wednesday, we walked basically half of Milan.
All day.
Yeah, it was great. So we leave out of Newark. I paid for parking. And we didn't park where I paid for parking. Now, again, that's my fault. But, it is what it is. So the whole trip, I was like, I wonder if they're going to tow his car. I wonder if we're going to have to pay a lump sum at the end. Neither of those were true. It was, I don't know. It was, they definitely charged your Easy Pass because that's what they scanned for us to get into the garage. So hopefully that's not too bad. But I definitely paid for parking for no reason. We went with my godfather and his children and his grandson and his son-in-law. So there was 10 of us all together, or 9? 9. It was a great time. Shout out to Villaggio Icara. Maybe one day the boss will get on this podcast.
Soon.
No pressure, no pressure, but pressure. So before we went to the airport, they made us a sandwich, and on that sandwich, it's one of the best sandwiches I ever had. I want to say that. It was so good. It was mortadella, it was super sada, and it was mozzarella cheese on some good bread. And we had that on the plane while everybody was having the airplane food. Microwave chicken teriyaki and some version of pasta that they consider pasta. Anyway, it was a disgrace. So when they started eating, I figured it's time for us to eat. So that's what we did. We had our sandwiches. It was pretty good. Started the trip off right.
Yeah.
I want to say I learned this about you. You can fall asleep anywhere at any time if someone doesn't talk to you for like 20 seconds. If someone's not engaging with my dad for 20 seconds, he is sitting in the chair, mouth wide open, and no one can bother him because he's sleeping. You fell asleep on the plane. Every time I looked at you, you were sleeping on the plane, but then you said you didn't sleep on the plane. So, I smell bullshit somewhere.
I was looking at you. You were sleeping.
I only slept for like an hour.
So you didn't watch it. You didn't finish watching the movie.
Just that one movie.
On and off. I was watching. I watched turned around and said, I tried to put the cover on you. Oh.
Good old Nigo.
I don't get no credit with this kid.
What is it? All right, hold on.
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I'm tired. No, I get it.
I slept for a little bit. I wake up, and I was watching them. Next to me was my son.
That's
and
right. I don't know about all that.
Okay,
I fell asleep on the way there watching Austin Powers 1 in the middle of it. And then on the way back, I fell asleep during Austin Powers 2 in the middle of it. That was the only time I fell asleep because I watched every other movie that I picked through and through. And I watched a lot of movies.
I watched 2 movies.
The Equalizer 3, because the setting is in Italy.
That's right. It wasn't in
And
Sicily,
what else did you watch? Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor. And then...
Did you watch Training Day? No, you were sleeping. Yeah. You were the part where he was interrogated by the Spanish dudes, you were sleeping already.
Yeah. I didn't finish. Well, I'll finish watching.
It's okay.
Through a little bit.
I watched a lot of good movies, a lot of rom-coms. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, The Wedding Planner. I watched Wedding Crashers. Training Day for the first time. Good movie. Don't judge me that it was my first time, but it was a good movie. Anyway, we get off to the plane. We get out of the plane. No problem. We go straight to the vans that we had. We go to the Balsamo's apartment, and we walk about 8 minutes to where we're staying. And then we put our bags down, and it was immediate time for the tour of San Siro. 1, 2, 3. Didn't get a chance to shower. Didn't even really care to. I just wanted to get to the stadium. There was nobody there. basically, there was after we were in the middle of our
people
tour.
Started walking.
Right. But we got there. We got off the train, walked through that tunnel to go outside, and there is Sunseedo in all her glory. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
In all her glory.
Oh my goodness. Papa. Hey. Wow.
Yeah.
And what was that feeling like? Seeing it, you've seen it so
believe it.
many times on TV. What was it like being there? Touching distance, you could see
started
it.
having goosebumps.
Woo!
Then I went
In the stadium.
in the stadium.
In the stadium. But from the outside, I couldn't believe that
When
the
we
way.
walked through the locker rooms.
Right. Unbelievable experience. We did a tour of the entire stadium, inside, outside.
It was incredible.
My dad came through the tunnel and he did the sign of the cross and touched the field like he was walking to the church, and it was
like this guy is doing it.
Lautaro Martinez. That's right. So we got 2 Inter jerseys on right now. This year's away jersey, and this year's Inter team is unbelievable. They're setting records right and left. They are running away with first place, but there's still a lot of games left. So we got to lock in and collect Scudetto number 20 and put the second star on this beautiful jersey, and that is so important in the soccer world. The tour of Sunseedo was great. We took a lot of pictures, a couple that I'm going to get framed because they deserve to be framed. The next day was the actual game, and that was chaotic.
Well, the one we were waiting for the bus.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to...
Fireworks, did you...
What?
When that paper bomb went off. Boom!
Oh, yeah. I thought somebody was getting... I was like, this is a terrible crowd. There's so many people here. Somebody's shooting. So before the game started at 9 o'clock in Italy, and the players came in at like 7:50 on a bus, which I thought was kind of too close, but I guess that's how they do it. So I would say there was like 5,000 people in the streets waiting for the buses.
That's it.
I'm
more than that.
lowballing it. All right.
Yeah.
So there's 10,000, maybe 15,000 people in the street waiting for the bus. They're shooting fireworks. They have flares. It's something you've never seen before. So that's before the game starts. Now the game's about to start. Now we're waiting in line to get into the gate. Now there's a bunch of gates, bunch of entries to the stadium. This shit was not moving.
Because of the scanner.
The scanner wasn't working, so no one's getting through, and it's kind of getting close. It's like 8:35, 8:40, and we're like, we definitely missed the warm-ups, but are we going to miss the start of this game? It was really nerve-wracking, and everyone's pissed off. They're calling the gate, people at the gate, pieces of shit, and if you get a botana, like all kinds of shit. And there's little kids around us. And then when people started to move like by one, by two, by three, whatever, they're pushing these kids, us onto the little kids, pushing the little kids on other people. No one cared how old you were, what gender you were. They were fierce, throwing elbows. And then you had to get aggressive. I'm boxing people out. My dad's boxing people out. Whatever. We get into the stadium. We sit into our seats. Almost perfect timing.
Yeah.
Players come out. They do the Champions League theme song. We are chanting at the top of our lungs. Per la gente che amo soltanto te, per tutti quei chilometri che ho fatto per te, internazionale deve vincere. Per la gente che... Oh, amazing. Now, there's 79,000, or excuse me, not 79, 78, 77,000 people screaming those exact words that we're screaming. The floor, it was deafening in there. The floor was shaking, or it felt like it was, but I don't know if it really was. But energy was on a million. I can't believe I'm in there. I can't believe we're about to watch this game. Amazing experience. Then the game starts. And I want to say, for maybe 70 minutes, I didn't have fun. Because we should have been winning that game the whole game.
The first half, at least 2-0.
And then the second half, we should have had at least 2 more. Arnautovic,
He missed a 3.
Yeah. We should have won that game 3-0. But we ended up winning 1-0. We scored in like the 78th minute, right in front of us, which was nice on our side of our field, where we were sitting, and that was crazy. Everyone started going nuts. And before that, I had said if Arnautovic scores, I'm buying everybody a jersey. Clearly, I was joking, but it was like saying like
nobody wanted it. Anyway.
Right, nobody wanted that shit. We're like, he's not gonna score. He stinks, and like honestly, he does stink. He's been so inconsistent all year. Last year, he was killing everybody, killing us. He always scored against us. Yep. And then now we got him. Anyway, the game finishes 1-0. Great. I feel amazing. We came here, we got a W. In front of our eyes, they got a W. It was everything I wanted it to be. It happened. And now we're leaving the stadium. Everyone makes a left. My godfather and my dad, they make a right. Now we don't know where they are. We don't know where they are. Phone's not working. I'm calling. I called a bunch of times, but it wasn't ringing. And then when it started to ring, that's when you actually picked it up. But then my godfather's, his phone's not working. We didn't find you guys for how long? 20 minutes, 25 minutes? But we
were fine.
We didn't know that. We were like, where are they?
Many times. I remember your godfather. We were walking towards the train station.
Right. So then I'm saying, meet us at the food truck by whatever.
But they didn't want to turn around. It was him and his nephew.
Okay. So and then here's the best part. My dad tells me where they are. Okay. But doesn't tell me where he is. So he said, I'm at the entrance of the train station.
It is.
No, you weren't. So we go past them.
You didn't see us.
Clearly not. So we walk past them to go to the entrance of the train station, just to find out that they are behind us. So now I have my hands straight up in the air.
With a bottle of water, sandwich.
Bottle of water and a sausage, peppers, and onion sandwich.
Oh, it was delicious.
Waving I'm like, do you see? Just look into the crowd. Do you see hands? And then you ended up seeing it. And the people
put it up, I said, it's right here.
The people behind us were nice enough to let you cut.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a lot of people behind us. There was a lot of people in front of us. We were in the middle of everybody. And it lets 500 people in at a time?
Yeah, 500 at a time in the train station.
And it tells you, like, oh, it's at 396.
Well, he does it fast.
Yeah, it counts all the way down.
Well, he can't let all these thousands of people on time.
Right, nice.
So they make sure there were 500.
Yeah. It makes sense.
The trainer was coming in. If they were training left or right, they would go. And
it was good. That was well organized. But the way to get into the stadium was not. Anyway, so you finally meet up with us. And we go home. Had a great night. Was that when
we went to the Duomo?
The Duomo. Was that when that drunk guy was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was drunk or high.
Yeah, he was off something. So this is after the game. Energy is so high. We all feel great. Everyone's in their Inter jerseys, their Inter gear. And this guy comes up to you first.
Yeah, he shouldered me.
Yeah, gave you a shoulder.
I looked at him and I said, what the?
Right.
I said, what is your problem?
Then he walks right up to me because I'm right next to my dad. He stares me down.
And that's the one I turned around and wanted to knock him out.
I'm like, I don't want no issues because this guy's clearly like something's wrong with him. So I just take a few steps back and get out of his pathway. But he's staring me down. So he leaves me, like he gets me
away
off
from you.
He gets me off his radar and he goes right over to Marco. And he's like so close to Marco and looking at him like he wants to punch him in the face. I got closer to him, right? And so did I. Like once
we ran over there, and then his father came in, and everybody what were going on.
It was gonna be like 6-on-1. So I saw that, and I'm like, well, if he's gonna hit Marco, he's only gonna hit him once, because we're gonna get his ass right. Beat. So when that happened, he left out of Marco's way, and there was a couple taking pictures of the Duomo because it's a sight to see. And he ended up taking pictures with them, taking pictures of them. He jumped on the one guy, was like hanging on his neck, like he's screaming. Humping him out front of this cathedral. What a sight to see right after we saw a great win at San Siro. But then he dropped his hat and didn't pick it up and kept walking. But for a second, we thought we had to put this guy down right out front of the church.
You had no chance.
He wouldn't have had no chance. Right, no chance at all. Okay, before we get any further, we got limoncello here. So let's,
Is that the one you didn't let me buy in Milan?
You're so funny. You're so funny. So, I was going to ask you if you were upset about that. Clearly you are. So we were in the airport, there was a bottle of limoncello, and he wanted to buy it so bad, and I talked him out of it because, number one, we don't need it, because, look, I have one right here. And number two, I was worried we were going to break it. Like, and it would break, and now we got limoncello. No.
Yeah. I'm going to go back and get it.
So, look, they play on Wednesday.
We want to... Yeah,
Let's go. Let's go, and we'll go get 2 bottles of limoncello. How about that?
All right.
So, cheers to a great experience.
Thank you again, V.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Vito?
That's right. I'll do it again.
Thank you.
You deserve it. Shit is so sweet.
I love it.
You really do.
Give me another one.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. So the eating experience was amazing. We were walking around like we fucking lived in Milan. Excuse my language. But we knew where to go, and it was just confidently walking, not worrying about anybody to do anything. What's it called? So the next day we did the tour of the Duomo, which was
phenomenal.
Almost as enjoyable as being in San Siro. Like it's a cathedral, and it is a sight to see. Literally, it was amazing. I actually Googled some facts about the Duomo because, like, seeing a picture of it on Google, you're like, wow, that's nice. Being there in front of it, we were on top of it. We climbed all the way up. I didn't know that was a thing, and I'm severely scared of heights. So, I was actually, I was in a church, on top of a church, actually, and I'm praying to the Lord. I'm like, please just let me get this, let me get this feeling out of my knees. Like, I was shaking, like my knees, my hands were sweating. I was like, this is terrible. And they're like, oh, take a picture of your dad. And I'm like, I want to get down. Okay, so listen. The Duomo is the 5th largest Christian church in the world. Outdone by the one in Rome. I'm not going to do the names here. Actually, I'll try. Outdone by St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, the Basilica of Our Lady of Aparecida in Brazil, the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York, and Sevilla's Cathedral. Milan's cathedral is still one big church covering a surface of 109,641 square feet. And what's more impressive, it's the oldest church of that list that I just read off. Number 2, it has the most statues of any cathedral. There are 3,400 statues, 135 gargoyles, and 700 figures. Wow.
How to put that stone by stone on that?
That's what really blows my mind. You see, because back in the day, what tools are they using?
Well, they had the chisel, they had the rope, and they would bring everything was a manual.
Everything is delicate, and it was nuts. So it says, listen to this here. It says, what part is it? Okay. So it says, don't miss the little red bulb. There is a spot marked with a red light bulb. This marks the spot where one of the nails of Jesus' crucifixion was allegedly placed. Every year on the Saturday closest to September 14th, the Archbishop of Milan ascends to the apex in a wooden basket decorated with angels to retrieve the nail. The basket itself was constructed in 1577. Though it was significantly reconstructed in 1701 when the angels were added. Interesting. It took thousands of workers, a new canal system, and over 6 centuries to complete. So it took over 600 years to be completed. The construction started officially in 1386.
Wow.
And was supported by the ruler of Milan, Gian Galeazzo.
Galeazzo?
I don't know. Galeazzo.
Gelato.
Gelato chocolate. Thousands of artists, sculptors, and specialized workers were involved in the construction of the Cathedral of Milan. It had at least 78 different architects total. And as it grew and grew, its construction dragged on over the years. So the Duomo was breathtaking to look at, to be on the ground level of it. Everyone's always trying to take a picture there.
For the pigeon.
Right. The pigeons love the people there.
They give it food.
There was people feeding them right out of their hands. Nuts. Just breathtaking. From top to bottom, the whole trip, the Duomo was great. I highly recommend. If you go to Milan, you have to go there. It was $10 for a tour also, so easy.
How about the mall?
What mall?
When we walk into
that little strip mall. Yeah. I don't even know. That's not classified as a strip mall. It was just in the town. Yeah. They had a lot of expensive stuff and.
Yeah, like they had a Louis Vuitton,
right.
Prada,
right.
Ferrari,
Gucci,
Chocca.
Yeah, it was amazing. So here's my question to
McDonald's.
you. They had McDonald's. They had Five Guys. They had this place. What was your favorite place? It was called what?
Eat Me Go. I said, hey, what the hell is that?
It was called Eat Me and Go, and it was like a coffee pastry shop. But funny name. And then what was it? Fugazi?
Yeah, Fugazi.
Fugazi. It was Fugaz. So here's my question to you. What are the differences, if there are any, of Milan and Palermo? Because Palermo's the major city in Sicily.
Yeah, it's the capital.
Milan is one of the major cities of Italy.
Well, Rome is the capital of Italy.
I know.
But Milan.
So what would you say? What are the differences? Did you experience any differences? Any cultural differences? The way people act, the way people talk, the way people handle tourism? Because Milan is all tourists.
Right. They did it right. Good things. They never, well, Milano, we never took it. Palermo, we never took a tour. We just would go through.
Well, there's nothing. What are we taking a tour of in Palermo?
It's a lot of buildings like that too. We went before.
Where?
In Palermo, but we saw before we went to the game. No. It was before that. We went and we looked in a couple of churches and they had a couple.
Me?
Yeah, you were there too.
Was I young?
Yeah.
Oh, when we did that trip in the ocean and the caves and all that shit that one time?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I remember that.
It was different.
We had the lights on the forehead. We had strapped it on our head. Yeah. We were in the cave. I remember that. From the town point of view, like the infrastructure, the buildings. Are the buildings any different? Do they look different? Do they look more modern? Did you experience anything different? Or no? Italia is Italia.
Like I just say, in Milano we had the chance of walking around. In Palermo we didn't walk around a lot. We did few streets, and that's it. But the buildings, they got it like buildings like that too.
I'll just take your word for it. I don't know if to that extreme and to that extent. Like Milan is
a more important. Well, it's Milan and Milan. It's the city of fashion.
Right. And we went during Fashion Week, by the way.
You know.
And speaking of Fashion Week and all that, Kanye West was in the attendance at the game.
Stadium.
Same game we were at, which was kind of cool. Him, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid, Will Smith's son, I forget his name, Jaden, I think. He was there. I guess we're global now. So let's go. Forza Inter. I've been screaming it for as long as I can remember. Same thing with you.
Yeah.
It was just amazing from top to bottom. And so now on the topic of Inter, let's end with, we don't have to make this too long, but let's end with how the season is going so far. So far, so amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday we played. We won 4-0.
No problem.
Right, with our B team.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is we rested almost every starter. 7 starters were rested. When the game started, only 2 starters were on the field. DeMarco and Martinez.
Yeah.
Dumfries should usually be starting, but he's come back from injury, so they're just trying to get him back into the swing of things. But we had a few moments where, we weren't creating a lot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it changed, and every time we had a moment, we scored.
Well, in the second half, they come in with a different mentality.
Mm-hmm. So it just is. This season is showing that our B team is getting it done, and our A team is top 2 in Europe right now, and the stats show that. And
one of the, I think it's
top 2. Top 2.
Is it better than Manchester City?
They're not even in the top 5 right now statistically.
But everybody, because of the Premier League,
they
are number 1.
That's what they say.
Bayern Munich,
right.
Real Madrid.
Well, Real Madrid is always number 1 and number 2. Always.
That's because of
historically.
Yeah, that's what they're looking at. They don't see what we do right now. But we're not spending no money.
Right.
We got good players. We not superstars.
We can't spend money. That's the thing.
But we get it. People that nobody wants it.
They're hungry.
And we making superstars.
And then we sell them.
And then
which is so stupid. Why can't we keep them?
But they're spending millions and millions. And when we play them, we should have won last year. And for the dumbass Lukaku, we will stop the ball.
And now look, when people leave Inter, they never.
Then it's a seat. That's it. They go flat.
That's it.
Because they don't got that FORZA we got.
Inter is
probably my brother talking about me and.
Pino?
Yes.
Let's get a cheers for Inter, just blessing our hearts and on his
always.
That's right, sempre on a fantastic season thus far. So we are 9 points ahead of those pieces of shit in Turin.
Juventini.
9 points clear them with a game in hand. So they've played 26 games. We've played 25 due to schedule conflicts. But so on Wednesday,
we're gonna win.
I hope so.
We're gonna win.
All right. Well, we play Atalanta, who is a formidable team.
Yeah.
And that will be our 26th game. So from Wednesday on, we will be on pace with everyone with the same games, and then it'll be So technically, if we win, we'll be 12 points clear, and it'll almost be impossible to choke that.
Oh, no.
And if we somehow don't win the league this year, it'll be the biggest choke job that I can remember.
I'm not gonna do that.
Anyway,
we'll let it do that.
We'll see. We'll see. I just don't want to count the chickens before they come home.
That
was a lesson you've taught me a long time ago. Don't
right.
count the chickens before they come home. So, Forza Inter, through and through.
Yeah.
All day, every day, twice on Sundays. Things look great. We got to experience something that I wanted to experience my entire life, and you did it. And the best part is my dad was like, I gotta come back. And I was like, I like that. I like hearing that from you. So, yeah, let's, not anytime soon, maybe, or like...
We're going to go back.
Maybe, you never know.
We'll see. We're going to go back.
But an experience that I'll never forget. I was glad to share it with you.
Thank you.
We were in the same Airbnb bed. The lady lied and it said there was 2 beds.
It's all right.
But we had to share the same bed. So he's snoring, I'm snoring. Staring at my dad while he's sleeping. He's staring at me. But, we got...
Are you okay, man?
Yeah. Watching Planet Earth, David Attenborough documenting wild animals in their natural habitat, which was a nice touch.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that kind of stuff, and I think I know where I get it from because you do it too.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But a great experience. Had some really great food.
Oh yeah.
Top of the line tiramisu.
Oh yeah.
That tiramisu was life changing.
Yeah.
I need more of that. Shout out to the Bossimos.
Yeah.
They were there for a fantastic experience for us.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that.
No,
they held it down. It was good company.
Yeah. No problems.
Right. Same likes. We learned that maybe some of our takes are different. Who they would be comfortable selling and who we don't want to sell. But that comes with the nature of the game. And Dominic, I'm talking directly to you. Aslani is the answer. He's going to step up for Chanlongu and it's going to be great, okay?
Don't touch.
Fratesi?
Untouchable.
Nah, I don't know about untouchable.
He's going to be
He's going to be a good player.
Oh, yeah.
But untouchable.
Did you see yesterday?
He plays with passion. I love it.
He was like a lion inside.
Yeah, he was. He was. But untouchable, he's a bench player currently. So he can't be untouchable.
Right now,
like you said, but because Mkhitaryan's playing good. But Barella, untouchable. Martinez, untouchable. Bastoni, untouchable. And arguably, excuse me, I'll put DeMarco in there, and I don't care. I don't care what you say. But I'm glad the man to my left agrees. Okay, so thank you to the Boswells for a good time. Shout out to them
everything.
again. Villaggio Ikara. It is in Yardville, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Top of the line restaurant. Highly recommend. Vito's Pizza, the best pizza shop in Trenton, New Jersey. If you got something else to say, let me talk to your mother. You know what I'm saying? So just
it was a very, very good experience.
That's right.
I couldn't believe I got out. I come up from the tunnel where they come out every Sunday.
Yep.
And I felt it.
Like you were coming out to 80,000 people?
Yeah, I felt like I was going to go play. I started my, heavy chills and in my legs. I said, what am I doing here?
Right. Unbelievable.
That's the way we had no chance that they go in the field because they will cut the grass and then they want to be,
right.
smooth.
Right.
But we did it looking what they said, the bench. We went around and we looked at the museum.
We were in an empty stadium where that next night there was going to be close to 80,000 people. And it was, I don't know what word I want to use, but it was breathtaking.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was very fantastic.
Yeah,
with the people we were
that's it.
They were fantastic. Everything
That's it.
we did together. We did everything together. It was fantastic.
Great time spent together.
Yeah.
Which we don't do too often. No. We don't get a chance to do too often. But that was excellent.
Maybe it's
maybe it's the start of a new chapter. How you doing? All right, so folks, if you know me, you know how much I love this team. So think about my love for it and multiply that by 1,000,000. That's my dad's love for it. So we had a great time. Thanks for tuning in. I highly recommend, and be on the lookout for Inte, and hopefully we get the job done the rest of the year.
I do. You gotta think positive. Nobody gonna stop us.
Oh, the message of the week. I'm gonna give it to you at the end here. The message of the week. If there's something you want to
do it.
Do it.
No second guess.
That's it. If the opportunity is there, and it presents itself, take it, and then think about whatever you have to think about after. But do it.
You did a great job.
I love you.
I love you more.
No, you don't. I love you more.
Whatever.
Forza Inte. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now.